Welcome to Stadio Matt Wilson here in Mexico City, Mexico, as the formed by Mexico City Aztecs play host to 2-7 Denver Red Wings. I'm Colin Nordrup, and back with me in the booth this week is Rick Nordrup.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Mexico City.
Alongside statisticians Declan O'Rourke, our good friend Dwayne Schindler, and executive producer Cameron Irvine, we welcome you to the Saturday evening block here in Week 12 of the 22nd Simulation Football League season. Rick, last week, for the first time in over 500 games, the Denver Red Wings failed to score any points in 19-0 loss. Wonder what's the offense do better this week?
Yeah, well, Colin, Denver had difficulty protecting the quarterback, giving up 7 sacks on Gene Struthers, but he made up for it by throwing 3 interceptions. Denver also struggled sustaining drives, in part due to difficulties on third down, Colin. If they clean up those areas, it should be and could be a more competitive game in Mexico City.
On the other side for Mexico City, they find themselves in a must-win situation in the home finale here. What must they do to ensure an opportunity to face still can make the playoffs?
Hey, regarding Mexico City quarterback Jordan Sipe, must continue to play mistake-free football. He threw for 225 yards, 1 touchdown and no interceptions last week against Houston. He needs to have another performance like that. Help his team and look for the Aztecs to be balanced when it comes to touches in the run game. Last week, Aztec ball carriers combined for 22 carries for 79 yards and 1 touchdown.
Denver will start things off first and 10 from the 24-yard line as the Aztecs are wearing a special set of uniforms in honor of the fallen rivalry with Vegas, given that they have both of Vegas' owners and several ex-Fury players on their roster. Nice touch as always.
Yes, they do, and we've got Denver, the service dog, with us, and the Rick meter. And
Gene Struthers goes down the very first play of the game, and
one sack.
Oh no! After suffering 7 a week ago, he gets hit from behind for a big loss on the play as Maurice Lloyd comes in from her linebacker spot to bring him down.
Well, here we go. Maybe the announcer jinx, Colin, just talked about cleaning up those areas so they could be more competitive. Maybe get it out of their system.
Gene Struthers is the quarterback. Ace Ketchum and Bailey is trying to see at the tailbacks. So you got an empty backfield. 2nd and 14. Struthers this time sits upright, throws, and it's knocked in the air, incomplete. Receivers are Dalton Parker, Logan Keel, Jeremy Mosley, and Dylan Lewis. Tight end is Keith Wheeler, Chris Altier, and the tackle is Smokey Barr, number 69. Along the front for Mexico City, Evan Miller, Skylar Kingsley, defensive end, Stan Fritz, A.K. Jones, defensive tackle, Dexter Jackson, John Osiris, and Maurice Lloyd are the linebackers. Lloyd got that sack. Gerard Brody, Liam Ryan, Malachi Taylor, the corners, Jeffrey Baggs, Ben Charles, and Max Jackson are the safeties. Struthers fades the throw again, fires down the field, tipped and incomplete. Looking for Keel, number 82, and just like that, it's 3 plays and a punt for Denver.
On his drop back, he spun one way, spun back around the other way, and I thought, all right, he broke somebody open. Somebody got a gap because of that, and nope. 4th and 14.
Punt is set up from Denver. Aztecs should get good field position out of this one. It's away. And he will be tackled exactly at the midfield stripe. Will Jacob Morrison, the returner. Jordan Sipe leads the Mexico City attack. Morrison is one of the tailbacks. Hall of Famer Ray Bentley, number 28, is the other. Buford Van Dam, I call him the big rig. He's at fullback, number 48. Jason Barley, Doug Spelling, Noel Terrazas are the wide receivers. Tight ends are Navante Richardson and Bill Henry. Over yonder is the left tackle on the right. As it's 1st and 10 from the 50-I formation, this will be a draw play up the middle. And running over people and picking up 6 yards is Ray Bentley.
Great gap there and a little explosive burst. Gets good yardage.
Over yonder, Citalami, Asidilo are the tackles, and Tatalami Supremo is the guard.
I
That is the offensive line for the Aztecs.
hope for the listening public that both those guys get their numbers called out.
It'll be 3rd and inches as Morrison almost picked up the first down. He had the rushing touchdown a week ago.
Yes, he did. And like you said, we're talking about there's some balance that's needed here. Oh, and Denver's excited for the first quarter action.
3rd and inches.
Had to keep him away from the awesome buffet that they have for us here in the Stadio Matt
Hand off. And they still got the first down via forward progress.
Kind of wandered around across the line to gain and then back, but they give him the forward progress, Colin.
Gerald Cumbus and Hugo Reynosa are the defensive ends for Denver. Brenda Puff and Joseph Saboka are the defensive tackles. Luis Quintana, Stuart Gotts, Stefan Ford are the outside linebackers. Side back to throw, has to move around, and Ockett fires down the field, incomplete, looking for Van Dam down the field. But there's one of the linebackers, Quintana, number 54, knocks it away.
Some good coverage and not the cleanest of pockets. That helps out the Denver defensive effort there.
Nick Kindler, Andre Tucker, Luke Schreiner are the corners. Lucas DeVore and Jeff Melnishin are the safety men. It's a group that got 3 interceptions off of Ron Cochran a week ago. Throw down the middle, one-handed catch made by Terrazas, number 82. And that's going to be the nice hands catch the game. Brought to you by Retroid. Put a Retroid handheld in your hands and play the only video game with your player in it. SFL 4K23. Get your console at GoRetroid.com. What a catch by Terrazas.
That was great. Sticky hands, man. Sticky hands. You know, if you're an athlete, you're an athlete. Stick that big paw out there and grab that loaf of bimbo bread.
Terrazas leads the team in yards and receiving touchdowns as he hauls another one in there. Bentley to the outside, and he gains 9.5. I thought he got the first down, but he must have lost track of where the down marker was.
I don't know, maybe just, yeah, I don't know. Let's see that. It's sort of an innocent, it's not even a sweep. It's just on your own end around. Yeah, not very many.
Bentley, 507 yards, 4 rushing touchdowns on the year. Jacob Morrison actually leads the team with 5 rushing touchdowns on his own on just 45 carries. Pretty good efficiency use of your touches there. We have a 2nd and inches. Here's the handoff up the middle. First down, it's Morrison. It'll be 1st and goal.
Well, just another up the middle run, Colin, and Mexico City seems to be able to do kind of what they want here in this opening drive.
Xavier Roth, the 3rd, leads Denver in interceptions with 4. Hugo Reynosa is the leading sacker at 2.5 as that run will net a 2nd and goal. Cumbus, number 77, brings him down.
Just some tough running there. It looked like Denver had the right mix and couldn't get on him enough to bring him down.
We have a 2nd goal. 3 tight ends on the field for the Aztecs, wearing Las Vegas colors in memory of the Vice Wars rivalry. As we have a touchdown for Morrison, that's his 6th on the year. And the Aztecs take the lead 6-0 with 6:07 to go in the opening quarter.
Well, it just seemed sort of the natural progression of that drive, Colin, as they go down and stick it in the end zone. They pick up a few short yardage 3rd downs along the way and putting it in the end zone like it's nobody's business.
Crowd's fired up for that one as Chaz Blackwater on to try the extra point attempt. Number 15, the place kicker. Nine plays, 51 yards to drive, and that man, Jacob Morrison, finds the pay dirt for 6 points.
Well, after Denver's first possession, after 3 plays, ending up in a 4th and 14 situation, nowhere to go but up for the Night Wings here. They're about to get the ball back for their second possession.
They went backwards.
Yes. Rick Meter's watching intently. I'll remind you, Rick Meter starts at neutral. Based on the expert analysis of the Rick Meter staff, it'll go to advantage. That's the first tick off of neutral, and then probable, and then book it. Book it means they're winning. So each tick of the meter improves the odds of that team's ultimate success in the contest.
Struthers under center. Pitch out to O'Shaughnessy. Meets resistance in the backfield, able to show up one. But instead, he got stopped at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And you see the early frustration there on the RB. Only the second possession, but already becoming frustrated. Let's see if the Nightwings offensive unit can keep their emotions from getting in the way of good execution here, Colin.
High formation, 2 receivers to stop. Struthers changes the play. Oh, quick pass over the middle, got a man open. It's Keel, and the first completion goes for a big gain close to the 40-yard line. First down, Nightwings.
Exactly. First down. That maybe knocks the rust off a little bit. Get some confidence going.
Corners played way off that time, and the 11-season veteran, he's spent 10 years with the Nightwings, took advantage of that opportunity to set him up with a first down. Offset eye. With 3 wide receivers, 2 to the bottom, 1 to the top, though. Go the opposite way, O'Shaughnessy fumbled, and Mexico City falls on it at the Denver 30. Things continue to go pear-shaped for the Nightwings attack.
Oh, that's too bad. And you can hear Mike Daggs screaming from upstate New York all the way down here in Mexico City.
Evan Miller fell on the fumble. Fumble first by Kingsley, number 99.
Wow, just so unfortunate. And ball security, obviously important. Let's see if Mexico City can take advantage of this. Already in field goal range.
Quick pass over the middle, catch made. That is Bill Henry, the tight end, hauls it in on the first down as we cross under 5 minutes to go. If you're new to the Simulation Football League, welcome. The SFL is football for everyone. Get off the sideline and start your play today by joining our Discord server at Simulationfl.net. Click the Join Community button to begin your career or just to meet the stars of the SFL on and off the field. It's never too late to get involved.
Stars like Colin Northrup. So privileged to call the game with you, buddy. We've also got Declan O'Rourke and Dwayne Schindler running the stats tables for us. Thank you so much.
Pick of a 2 by Bentley there.
Of course, Cameron Irvine, the commissioner extraordinaire, the incomparable impresario of the SFL, producing back at headquarters.
2nd and 8.
So impresario, that's probably our first vocabulary word. Is there's a handoff.
It's a draw play again. Worked well on Morrison. We'll make this a 3rd and 1. Coming into the football game, the Aztecs have inverted almost 60% on 3rd down.
That's a very good.
They average 7 per game.
It's a very good conversion factor.
Pitch out. Bentley hung up behind his blockers. He'll lose a couple, but they still salvage a field goal opportunity. And once again, for the Nightwings is prevalent a week ago in their game versus Florida, Rick. Their defense in the red zone was outstanding. They held Florida only 1 touchdown. The rest of them field goals.
Excellent here. They gave up a touchdown on the first drive, but here they hold and force the field goal. And on that play, that was that toss play that Bentley kind of picked his way through a pretty well-defensed Nightwing defense. There's Tucker good or better. Anyway, this time the Denver defense gets their hands on him and executes really well and stops him. So it's 10-0 here, Colin. 3:25 to go in the first.
4.5-point favorites at home are the Aztecs, according to the folks over at Jack's Data, over under 40.5. So By that over-under total, they didn't expect a lot of scoring. These are two pretty good defenses.
Well, it depends, right? If Denver doesn't get on the boards, Mexico City's roughly on pace to score 40 plus. So let's see what happens, right?
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. This ball flew out of the end zone.
Right, bro? Can I call you bro? No.
No. And here is the handoff to O'Shaughnessy. And that's first carry to gain positive yards. Picks up 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Approaching under 3 minutes to go. Struthers lines up with split backs behind him. 2 receivers to the bottom side of your screen. Struthers back to throw. Throws complete to Mosley, and Mosley has a first down for Denver as he hauls that one in for a fresh set of down.
Colin, you know what that was?
What was that?
Exciting. So exciting. Love that play. Just on time. Great delivery. Big gain.
Pick
First
up
down.
on the 19 yards unofficially on the play. Struthers now 2-4. For 35 yards here in the early going. He's back
Look
to throw
out.
again, and the blitz gets home. Loss of 6 on the play, and once again it's Maurice Lloyd, her second sack in this football game.
Oh, wow.
And the fans are loving it. The home fans, that is.
The home fans, exactly.
Nobody picked up Lloyd.
Now, yeah. Kind of hard to avoid the sack when your O-line is missing a block. Yeah, 81 degrees here in Mexico City. It's gorgeous, especially for those of us who call the upper Midwest our home.
Mosley in motion to the top of the formation. Struthers back to throw again. Moves around the pocket. Fires down the field to the other side. And a man wide open. It's Lewis. Rolls it in for his first grab. And Denver makes the 2nd and long look easy as they reset the chains.
That's
once
right.
again.
Lewis recognizes his QB's in trouble. Nobody's open. He breaks off his route. Finds himself just right there in the middle of no man's land. Makes a catch.
Beautiful play by Lewis. Pick up a 23 on.
Lots of clipboard clapping there from the coaching staff.
2nd and that was a 2nd and 16 pickup that they got there.
Oh.
Catch him. They'll say he got a yard, but that's being generous as Max Jackson brings him down. We got a question in the chat as to why they, being the Aztecs, look like the Las Vegas Fury with their uniform.
That chatter, Maverick M3, is a great question, and Colin will tell you about it here after this play.
Mosley gets out of bounds, and that sets up a 3rd and 1 situation. Pickup of 8. Well, there's a lot of former Vegas players, including both owners, Max Jackson, the Hall of Famer, and Eric Artera.
I think there's 7 total former Las Vegas Fury players. Of course, the Las Vegas Fury team does not exist anymore. So the diaspora of Fury players is out there, and 7 are here on the team. So Mexico City is honoring what was called the Vice Wars with Denver by honoring them with their uniforms.
As O'Shaughnessy picks up the first down, one of his better carries of the ball game. And it sets him up at a first down as we approach under 30 seconds and counting to go in the opening stanza. Struthers under center. Pitch out. This is to catch up.
Catch up. Tackled by Mustard.
And he loses 1 on the play.
I like just mustard on my hot dogs. Who's with me? Show of hands. I thought so.
And this will most likely be the last play of the quarter if they can get the snap off. And they barely get it away. Struthers dumps it off to O'Shaughnessy, who gains the 1 yard loss in a meandering kind of pattern Sets up a 3rd and 10 as we end the first quarter. 10-0 Mexico City in front.
Is that the snake route or the snake yak? Catch the ball, run around in some circles, step out of bounds with 1 foot. No gain. Well, 1 yard gain.
3rd and 10 here to start the second quarter play. Colin Northup, Rick Northup here in the booth with you. Pickle Norwalk and Dwayne Schindler on the stats. Cameron Irvine, executive producer extraordinaire, as the Shaughnessy motions out of the backfield. Now nobody's behind Gene. This was a trouble situation spot for them a week ago. These 3rd downs. Let's see if they can convert here. Struthers fires down. Oh, knocked away. Incomplete. Jackson on the deflection. It'll be 4th down, but it should be a makeable field goal.
Yeah, they're going for the whole enchilada on that play rather than just focusing on maybe moving the sticks with an 11, 12, 13-yard gain.
Ooh, they elect a punt instead. So it's a disappointing result for the boys in the white jerseys today.
Yeah, maybe they just feel it's a little outside the range. 50-yarder, maybe, would have been.
And did you see the returner? Rather than letting it bounce, he decides, oh, I'm going to field this and take a knee.
It comes out to the 20.
9:47 to go in the first half of play. 10-0 our score. 1st and from their own 20 the Aztecs. Mike Daggs calling this Vice Wars 2.0 as Sipe dumps it off to Buford Van Dam, and the big rig was running like he had some flat tires. He lost the yard.
Yeah, that was well covered, and I'm not sure if he was the primary or the safety valve there. But the rush almost got home. Did you happen to notice that? Little pressure there.
Almost. It's pretty close. Oh, it's an interception! Fred the Puff picked it right out of the sky. And the young defensive lineman will set her team up with a 1st and goal from the Mexico City 4. That's got to be the play of the week.
Who was that? Who was that?
Brenda Puff, a defensive tackle.
Oh my gosh, just right out in front, just grabs it. That's crazy. You know, you always see like, a little close play. Oh, that could have been intercepted by the lineman, but actually happened there. You kidding me? What, are you kidding me?
And 1st and goal from the 4. Can the Night Wings capitalize and get a touchdown?
The Denver Faithful is on the edge of their seat here.
And Jordan Sipe, who got the clean sheet a week ago, throws an unfortunate interception. O'Shaughnessy on the carry. He'll get stopped in the backfield for a minor loss. And oh my goodness, when they talk about this week in the SFL and they do the highlights, that's got to be one of the plays.
That's going to be there, yeah. Yeah, darn straight. Well, I think that play that they just ran, that little toss to the near side of the right side of the formation, didn't get him anything. I think that's the 2nd or 3rd time they've run that for not much.
Struthers has to dump this off to Mills, and he's unable to gain anything. They're going backwards here.
I officially don't root for either side, but I just like to see some good, well-called games and well-executed plays. And these obviously aren't the right plays yet. Let's see what they've got here on 3rd and goal, Colin. So tempting.
Just back at the 5-yard line. I'm going to call it about the 7. Struthers on the roll. Throws to the end zone. Catch made by Mosley. Touchdown, Nightwings.
Hey, 3rd time's a charm for the Nightwings. Well done. As they do a little sprint out, roll out, whatever you want to call it, Colin. I don't know what they in the playbook that's called. What's a design rollout? Wow.
Finds Mosley there. And Jeremy Mosley. He's caught 3 balls, and now he's ended up in the end zone for 6 points. Place kicker on to try to PAT to cut this to a 3-point game.
Mike Daggs, the owner of Mexico City, with the hat tip to the Denver defense like that. Class C and exhibiting good sportsmanship. Those are frustrating when they happen to you, but hat tip from Mike Daggs to the Denver defense. And that gets 7 on the board, Colin. The Rick Meter staff is going to have to start breaking out their slide rules and doing their ciphers here. They were resting easy at 10-0 Mexico.
Fourth touchdown reception of the year from Mosley.
Mexico City, baby. Sorry.
He leads the team in receptions and yards coming in. Struthers, that's touchdown pass number 12. He's still number 2 in completion percentage with 63%, even though he's 9 of 23 passing last week. Jeffrey Daggs, the Hall of Famer on the kickoff return here following the score. And let's see if the Aztecs. Jordan Sipe, that was his 19th interception on the season.
Can they answer? Of course, the Nightwings fighting for their ever-loving playoff lives. A loss in this game will eliminate Denver from playoff contention. So quite a bit on the line there. And Mexico City trying to keep pace and maybe improve their status.
Here's a handoff up the middle. Bentley picks up about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Coming up as we're approaching under 8 minutes to go here in the first half. And there's Jordan Sipe. He's got a receiver tight to the wing under the I formation. Buford Van Dam is the fullback. Throw down the middle, catch made. That's Terrazas, who is split very close to the line of scrimmage. He's able to haul that in past the markers for a first down.
For first down.
Tackle made by Quintana. There on the play, it's 1st and 10. Ball still technically in Mexico City territory.
The Aztecs trying to overcome the mind-numbing great play that Denver put on them and got Denver 7 points to see if they can get back on their methodical march down the field.
Side back to throw. Has some heat in the pocket. It throws. Terrazas tips it to himself and catches it. He was open. Looked like he was going to drop it there for about a half a second, but in the end, he gathered it in.
You know, those 7 years he spent in the circus after he ran away from home, where he learned how to juggle, pays off for him right there.
And for Sipe, he's 5 of 7 passing. I'll make that 6 of 8. And Terrazas, 3 grabs for 43 yards with a long of 19. As we get another draw play, this has worked well. Morrison up the middle. Picks up 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2. Liking the game so far, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events a year. There's no one else that gives you more football. Don't miss a minute of SFL or SFL in action and help the channel grow through your support. Rick, this is going to be really fun.
Absolutely.
Minor league is always fun and exciting. Couple new uniforms for those ball clubs. They're going to be unveiled. Nashville. All gold look, saying they have, in reference to the amount of gold record hits that come out of that city. 3rd and 4 for Mexico. See? The Aztecs are going to throw. Sipe down the middle, tipped incomplete, so Denver manages to hold, and Stefan Ford's number 96 makes his 2nd big play in a row for his team.
Well, after a 4th and 14 down in distance after 3 plays in their first possession, Colin, look at Denver sparking up here a little bit. Put opportunistically made a play, got 7 out of it.
Now they're going to force the field goal, Tim.
Exactly.
Blackwater, and Blackwater's kick splits the sticks. It's 13-7, capping the short drive of 7 plays, 35 yards. For Blackwater, he's now 13 of 13 with a long of 48.
Probably the fun play on that drive was that little tip or juggle, bobble, whatever you want to call it, on that pass play, Colin.
Indeed.
I mentioned the circus. Don't forget to Go to Baraboo, Wisconsin if you're ever up that way. That's the winter home of Ringling Brothers, and there's a big circus museum up there. If you're into clowns, which I'm not, it's a fun place to go.
Yeah, it's the home of the Clown Hall of Fame too.
I think you're right. Yeah, stop harassing me with the clowns.
Oh, they even got all the end zone art decked out with Vice Force 2.0.
Yeah, you didn't notice that earlier. Yeah, it's pretty cool. The stadium is so well done here. Hats off to Mike Daggs and his team. So many details as you look around, and you notice the Aztec theme on the underside of the shades on the upper deck. Really great stuff.
This is a pickup of 4 by O'Shaughnessy. Denver was able to take advantage of a really short field and scored 7 points. Now they have a little bit longer to go. This will be 2nd and 6 here.
I'm worried they're going to try that little toss play again.
We got one receiver out, that is Keel. They don't try it. It's a straight hand off the
Still to the right side of the
catch
formation.
him instead. Yeah. And Ace is stopped near the line of scrimmage for minimal gain, setting up a 3rd and 4.
There's a ad for Banco Santander in the background. Used to do some deals with those guys down in Mexico City of all places.
Split back, Struthers has to dump it out to O'Shaughnessy. That's not going to work. The linebacker read it like an open book. And that's Maurice Lloyd again. She's been everywhere.
I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. Oh, name that artist. Don't Google it. Come on, you know.
The booth's not going to give you any.
Good. Yeah, Booth's always like, running their mouth. I mean the talent, sorry.
Hey. Returned by Morrison. He plows ahead, and they'll mark him down at the Mexico City 38. 7:35 to go in the first half. Been a bit of a tighter affair than we expected, Rick.
Yeah, that is. Well, I don't know what we expected necessarily, because both teams have had their moments, both offensively and defensively throughout the season. Of course, Denver 2-7. Maybe has a taller hill to climb, and of course, Jack Status says Mexico City's giving 4.5.
Man in motion is Spelling, number 11. Sipe looks over to defense. Play clock at 6. Turns, gives to Bentley, and the Hall of Famer picks up 1. Tackle made by Quintana. Let's go to Cameron Irvine for a game update.
Nice call, and Minnesota can win the Central Division, and watch this key block as they are dominating Arizona's linebackers. Don't often see this. Pancake on Nathaniel Diggs right there at the 3-yard line. Sean Moore can't catch Colin Hart, and Minnesota's up 21-3 over Arizona in the 3rd. Back to you.
Beautiful play, and yeah, Minnesota's looking good, Colin.
And Bill Henry makes a nice catch there to set up a 3rd and short. Tackled 1 yard short of 6. There's Stephon Forge. 5 tackles
Already
for him today.
Yeah, sorry. Stepping on your talking points there.
3 tight ends, I formation. This is Richardson in motion. He had 1 big catch a week ago.
Defense doesn't adjust to him moving.
And they go the opposite way, and it's easy pickings for Ray Bentley.
Richardson was the decoy there. They run to the weak side of their formation, and Bentley picks it up. Cardinal, impressive.
Indeed. Cam said, "Where are your church clothes to the Hall of Fame banquet?" So he shows up in his actual church clothes.
Cardinal frock.
As Morrison with a big run here picks up about 9 yards. Tackle made by number 59, Gotts. We're under 3 minutes to go. 2nd and 1. Got an I formation. Buford Van Dam In front, Morrison dotting the I. Morrison gets the ball. No, that's Bentley, excuse me.
Excuse me.
He picks up the first down.
Well, here we go again. Denver struggling to get a stop. As you said, Colin, they kind of wait till they get in the red zone, but there we go.
Quintana almost had it in his hand, tipped it to himself, but just couldn't reach far enough. It was like something was too high on the shelf and he just couldn't get it.
Right. I got it. Oh, I'm dropping it. Shoot, I dropped it. Exactly right. Just get this cereal box off the top shelf of the. Oh, darn.
Second and 10.
What's your favorite cereal?
Ooh, good question. Throw out the backfield immediately to Ray Bentley, and there he goes like a big sports car before he smashed down, but not before he picks up a bundle of yards.
Wow, very impressive run.
What?
My favorite kid cereal is probably Lucky Charms. I don't know.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch for me.
There you go.
We reached the 2-minute warning. You're watching the SFL on YouTube. Don't go anywhere.
I stayed. I'm still here. I don't know. Apple Jacks were pretty big back in the day.
Ooh, quick drop again and a throw down the middle of Henry. That's on a first down.
Man, he got popped just as he was catching the ball.
And
boom.
Reference to the previous play, Mike Dag says, that's how that play is supposed to work when it's not picked off. LOL.
Well, yeah, I mean, and the defender put their shoulder pad right on his hands trying to knock it free.
Back to throw, Sipe to the end zone, tipped and incomplete. If it wasn't tipped away by DeVore, that might have been a touchdown for the Roses.
Bailey O, never underestimate the puff. I'm not sure what puff we're talking about.
Brenda Puff, the lady who got the interception.
There we go. The puff, got it. Good catch up.
Henry in motion.
Really, why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing. Sight back to throw, fades away, goes to the end zone, touchdown this time.
Wow.
Bartley holds in his first catch, and that's worth 7. His 6th receiving touchdown of the year.
Very nice. The secondary drop to buy some more time by Sight. Just waits for somebody to slide into a window, and there it is.
Blackwater on for the extra point.
Well, Denver failing to sort of keep pace in their previous possessions, costing them now as they're about to go down 20-7.
Extra point is up and good. 10 plays, 61 yards. Just a shade over 3 minutes, taking off the clock. And Jordan Sipe, he might have thrown an interception, but he bounces back very nicely.
Right. Was that even an interception? Because it might have been a technically a lateral. But either way, it goes in the book as a pick. And so Denver's got minute 26 now, all their timeouts
From their own 20s.
Can they generate something here, Colin? That's the question. It's an open question.
Very interesting. Let's see what's dialed up here.
See where they go in their playbook. Let's see what aria they're looking at.
Offset eye. 2 to the top. Pitch out to O'Shaughnessy.
Okay, 4th time that play really hasn't produced anything. Come on. Come on.
Tackled for a loss of 1.
Get your head in the game.
They're stealing the cheese from you.
Right.
One slice at a time.
That's one of my negotiating phrases, yes. These people are stealing the cheese from you one slice at a time.
Struthers back to throw, fires.
Oh,
And Mosley, but
dang.
Mosley unable to hang on to the ball, and he's frustrated with himself, setting up a 3rd and long.
I didn't get a good look at the right where he was catching the ball. The defender may have had in there interfering with his arm, or maybe even got a hand on the ball, but sure should have been caught. Needed to be caught. You need me on that.
5 wide, Keel in motion. Keep an eye on blitz here from the Aztecs. They've been able to get home with a few extra rushers, but they don't get home that time, but it doesn't matter. O'Shaughnessy, end receiver, and Dexter Jackson says no soup for you.
Mostly, was that the same play? At least the same route, anyway.
I was looking for O'Shaughnessy. Lined up as a receiver.
And same good defensive play.
Punt will be away from the Nightwings. Mexico City will recede to start the second half. As they take over their own 40.
Until like now, they got pretty good field position, Colin. And yeah, less than a minute clocks the enemy at this point, but they do have all their timeouts, I believe.
Everybody has their time.
Everybody. It's a timeout party. Well, going to stop the clock. Hey, Flavor Flav going to join us at halftime. Is it? What? No? He's busy? Okay. Right. Scratch Flavor Flav.
He couldn't get a visa.
I thought you were going to say he lost track of time. That's his thing. That's why that whole joke was funny. Well, or not funny.
Sipe throws a short pass, and Bill Henry picks up 9 yards before wanting out of bounds with 41 seconds left. Kind of shows you what Mexico City's thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to see if they can produce something here. 2nd and 1, stopped clock. Mike Daggs, yeah, didn't mean to get you too excited about Flavor Flav. We had him scheduled as a halftime guest, but something happened there. Lost track of time.
Sipe fires, complete.
Get out of bounds.
No. He can't get out of bounds, but they do use one of those 3 timeouts they have in their back pocket.
We amazingly actually called the timeout at the right time and place, and no shade against Mexico City coaching staff, but it's amazing how frequently near the end of halves that teams kind of mess up their use of their timeouts. That one was right on par.
Throw to Henry, dropped it. That time, hashtag throw it to the tight end. Didn't quite work.
Hashtag throw it to the tight end. I love it.
It's Mike Dagg's signature catchphrase in rally cry.
I feel like Mike Daggs has like 14 signature phrases in rally cries. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
Man in motion is Bartley. He has 1 catch, and that's for a touchdown on his 1 target today. Sipe back to throw. Fires.
Ooh.
Incomplete again. Clock stopped. Henry, the intended target.
Yeah, well, and the Nightwing defense has 2 good pass defenses here. Bringing up 3rd and 10.
Now, Aztecs face to the 3rd log. Unusual for them. And this time they go 4 wide.
I guess as they put a tight end in the pattern too. Make it 5. No, they all stay in the block.
Badly. Oh, Terrazas has it. First down. 2nd timeout called by the Aztecs.
Wow. That's kind of impressive. By the way, Mike Daggs and Gerald Smith, great call. Wish you could have willed the Motor City V8s to a win last night. Not to be, but always enjoy listening to you guys. Friday night special.
Back to throw Sipe. Another out cut. Henry this time grabs it. And the Aztecs will burn their final timeout after a 2-yard pickup.
Well,
this is the 7th play of the drive.
short drop.
Another out route. Henry gets out of bounds, a yard short of the sticks.
Yeah, hey, that's important.
Hey, after dropping his previous 2 targets, he catches 2 in a row. Mike Daggs must have said something to him. Oh, they'll try a 3rd down field goal attempt.
Maybe they don't have a timeout. Maybe they're nervous if something goes wrong, the clock will run out on them. They want to take the points. They'll take 3.
Snap, spot kick. Ooh. And he just snuck it inside.
Oh, close, so close.
That was from 42.
Oh, yeah, it kind of gets a little. Just a little fade on it there. Yeah, it was started off at the post, wasn't it, Colin?
Indeed. 12 seconds left on the clock. Drive started with 45 seconds, 7 plays, 33 yards. This return will eat up a lot of the clock as Parker, trying to make something happen, gets tackled at the 27 with 6 seconds left.
Yeah, I guess they made the decision to see if they could get a return on rather than fair catching it or what have you.
Jordan Sipe is happy, the quarterback, how he was able to engineer that drive. He's here in the chat. So is
having a happy quarterback is always a good thing.
Struthers lines up in the L formation. You get to see a bit of his arm strength here. 3-man rush by the Aztecs. Ball goes down the field, tipped in the air, incomplete. Gerard Brody in the area, and Struthers has his team is down 23-7.
And we've reached the halftime. Hey, look at those special cheerleader uniforms. Those are pretty cool too. Honoring Mexico City like that. Colin, your impressions here of the first half so far. What's your stats and your Spidey sense telling you?
My Spidey senses tell me that apart from the interception by Miss Puff and the touchdown that was scored off of said interception, it's been a frustrating first half for the Nightwings. The defense has done some good things. They forced some field goals, but they've been on the field a long time, reckon. Yep,
I think it's alarming that at this point that Denver's offense hasn't been more productive. That's a bad omen for the second half as we get started. And coming out of the second half, the Rick meter has its first reading, and it's going to be an advantage Mexico City here to start the second half.
Only 7 total yards in the second quarter for Denver after 64 in the first, even though they held the ball for 6 minutes and 48 seconds of that quarter. Statisticians Declan O'Rourke and Dwayne Schindler. I'm Colin Northup. Rick Northup is sign me here in the broadcast booth.
Hey, yo.
Morrison on the return gets it up to the Mexico City 33. And as we take a look at the stats, it's, well,
kind of like we talked about, right? Not much offense from Denver. And, everything else kind of falls out of that, right? More passing yards, more rushing yards, better average yards per play, first down advantage, all for Mexico City. But Denver's shown some flashes, as you said, Colin. If they could just kind of put it together and play more consistently on defense, maybe that's where it starts.
First 10 play here, a one-handed catch by Ray Bentley. Hall of Famer's just showing off now as he flew through the air to grab that quick pass from
Yeah, let's see if we get a look on this. If he couldn't have caught it, was it a forward pass or was it a lateral? I guess we're not going to see, so we'll never know. But an absolute acrobatic catch by Ray Bentley, another circus performer.
Roll out by sight. Fires down the field. Catch made by Bill Henry in his way. He's up over the 30. He's up over the 20. He's pushing out of bounds. Short of the 10. He ran out of gas toward the end, but it's still a big play down the field.
They couldn't get a paw on him. He probably got an extra 7 or 8 yards just down the sidelines. All they needed to do was kind of push him out, get a hand on him.
Well, he doesn't score a touchdown, but it was very close.
I'm going to get a helmet sticker from Ramos for that one, yeah. Does he have a nickname too?
I don't know. Maybe
No?
Bill Collector Henry. I don't know.
I don't know. It's I didn't. You got nicknames for a lot of guys randomly. Just checking.
That was a 52-yard play, and Henry's officially up over 100 yards. He's at 105.
What's his first name? Bill?
Bill, yeah.
Maybe it's Bill O. Henry.
His Bentley picks up 6 yards. That'll be 2nd and 4.
Big John Henry. There we go. He was a steel driving man. Right?
Everybody's familiar.
Right, and you forget that he was in that contest with the steam steam driver, right? When they were building the Transcontinental Railroad.
Yeah. Good call there. Morrison tackled in the backfield for a short loss. Hugo Reynosa brings him down. He's 2nd tackle.
Ultimately lost that contest to the steam machine, but the point was made that up until that time it was in the backs of big, strong dudes that the railroads were built.
Split backs out of the gun. Swipe. Run around. Throw the end zone. Touchdown. Woo-hoo. Jason Bartley again. And he continues his super efficient day. That's his 2nd catch and also for his 2nd touchdown of this football game.
Well, and Mexico City is now starting to impose their will a little bit.
At 3 Denver defenders in the area. It doesn't matter. Look, Bartley still makes a play. And he may be only 6'2", 225, but he plays bigger than that. Five plays, 66 yards on the drive, and look in the long faces of the Denver players here. (30-7) our score, 8:07 to go in the 3rd quarter. Ball flies out of the end zone for a touchback by Blackwater. Denver will take over 1st and 10. The 2024 SFL convention headed to South Shore Harbor in Lake City, Texas, just south of Houston, July 12th through the 14th, featuring live games, flag football, a golf tournament, tailgate, pool party, and more. For all convention details, visit simulationfl.net/news/convention to reserve your room, see the event schedule, and more. Golf tournament, Dad.
Golf tournament, exactly. We've been there before. Convention's been at South Shore Harbor Resorts. That's the name of the place.
Yeah.
It's a nice place, and it's going to be hot and humid. It'll be awesome.
And we're by the water, which is perfect. Struthers back to throw, has to run around, and down he goes. Sack time for the 3rd time. Big Dan Tritz, number 77, brings him down. He's like, the linebackers can't have all the fun. Let the defensive lineman get one, too.
Unfortunately, that's the 3rd sack given up by Denver already early in the 3rd, Colin.
And that's Tritz's 7th sack on the year. He was 3rd in the league with 6 coming in. Adds 1 more to his total. Struthers fires underneath. Lewis got the first down somehow. I have no idea how he did it.
That's the great thing about this. He takes a sack, comes right back with a big play for a first down.
And he beat Jeffrey Daggs to the ball in the spot. What a play. And the Nightwings now will line up in the shotgun.
Have to gain an advantage on Jeffrey Daggs there, and good play by Denver all the way around.
Struthers can't find anybody, has to take off and run, slides down after a pickup of 8 yards.
That was very nice. He very quickly decided he was going to run, and it was the right decision, picking up 8 as you mentioned.
Split backs in the backfield, 2 tight ends. Mosley, the single receiver to the bottom. Here's the give off to O'Shaughnessy. Stopped the line of scrimmage for no gain. Dexter Jackson says, "You shall not pass." I got to ask you, there's a Grupo Bimbo
Yes.
sign.
Grupo Bimbo, yeah.
Are you familiar with the company?
Yeah, they are. They're a big bread and bakery company, kind of a food conglomerate. They have a lot of other holdings, but bread, tortillas, things like that is their original claim to fame.
O'Shaughnessy picks up a first down as he gets his best run up over the 50.
Dealt with one of my clients was Grupo Desk at DESC, and they own La Victoria and a number of condiments and other things, and they played well with Grupo Bimbo. They tried to stay out of each other's sort of lanes with the food items and the products that each offered.
Well, that explains why you like their green sauce so much.
I know, I'm a big La Victoria guy.
As Ketchum picks up a yard on the play, it'll be 2nd and 9. Dexter Jackson involved in yet another tackle.
Yeah, among many of the things that I did for Grupo Desk was we financed a shrimp farm for them on the Pacific Coast, which was great.
Back to throw, fires. Got a man open. It's mostly to set up a 3rd and 1, so they get 8 on the pass play to set up a 3rd and short. They've always been 3rd and 10 plus a lot of the day, Rick. Let's see what Denver elects to do here.
Water quality is really important for your shrimp farm. So they were south of Cabo, and a lot of great water there, and they used the actual ocean, pulled in ocean water into their farm. They were right there on the beach. Pretty interesting science.
Oh, that is fascinating. O'Shaughnessy picks up the first down there.
As he points back to my playbook and notes. You got it, buddy.
As we get an I formation, and all of a sudden, Denver's on the move. Catch him again, his best run of the day, picks up 7.
Hey, I stand corrected. They ran to the right side of the formation there, and they actually produced something. Nice job. As I said, these guys can, for Denver, the team, guys in general, generically speaking, they can make plays. Just need to consistently do it.
And they've been really consistent this drive. O'Shaughnessy almost got there, but he stopped a yard short of 6. Only another 3rd and 1. O'Shaughnessy's been the workhorse so far. 11 carries for only 27 yards. Catch him 10 yards on 5 carries.
A little motion here. They're real heavy on the right side, Colin.
Do they go that direction? We'll see.
They
No, they go the other side, and Ketchum doesn't quite get there.
They had a hat-on-hat advantage there on the right side.
And look who it was. It was Maurice Lloyd.
Maurice. The gangster of love.
More like the lady of love.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, sir. I was referencing the Steve Miller Band.
And they'll line up to go for it on 4th and inches rather than try a field goal. I can see why. O'Shaughnessy goes to the other side and they get the first down easily.
Wow. There we go. Hey, let's go. They got to win this game, Colin. They're down by 23.
On the I formation again, Struthers, 10 of 16, 95 yards and an interception. He's been sacked a couple of times. Throw is good to Mosley. Picks up 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
+6. You know what, Colin? I don't think we haven't seen an injury, and we've not had a penalty called in this game. Nice and clean and healthy. A healthy game. We got such a healthy game going. Brought to you by WebMD.
O'Shaughnessy up the middle. They'll set up a 3rd and 1. A critical play here for Denver.
SFL has some great doctors, and they're able to work some miracles from time to time, as one of the steady fans and watchers of the SFL will know.
Struthers changes to play the line of scrimmage. Split backs. Mills is the fullback. Ketchum as the tailback. Ketchum gets the ball, and Ketchum has a first down. It'll be 1st and goal as Jackson is in on the tackle.
You know what I like about that play, Colin? Mexico City had almost everybody up on the line. Watch this. See if we... No, they're not going to show it. Sorry. Almost everybody up on the line, and so did Denver, and it was just, let's go. And pick up the first down, 1st and goal, as you said.
Again, they crowd the line of scrimmage. Look at all those people around the lines.
9 guys on the line for Denver.
They'll run a counter, and that doesn't net them much. As Jackson stops him close to the line of scrimmage.
The Denver faithful who made the trip here, kind of waiting to go nuts.
Here's a pitch out to Ketchum. Ketchum trying to get to the corner, but the man who got there first was Dexter Jackson. It'll be 3rd and goal as we're now under a minute to go in the quarter.
And that's got the Nightwing fans on edge now. We're down to 1 play. Get this in the goal.
Man, every time I say quarter, I think of the quarter lady.
Quarter lady. I'll tell you about the quarter lady here in the 4th quarter.
As Struthers hit
is
as
that a
he
fumble?
throws. Incomplete. They'll call it a forward pass, and it'll be 4th and goal.
Shoot for the Denver Nightwing fans.
Struthers unable to get much on that pass as he was hit, and the field goal attempt will now come on from 24 yards.
Up and
Field
good.
goal is good. And with 40 seconds to go in the 3rd, that's a 20-play, 73-yard drive. 7 minutes and 27 seconds taken off the clock.
20 plays. A quiet 20 plays, or is it just me? Wow. Well, I mean, unfortunately, it was 7 minutes, Colin. They're still down by 20 points. 20 plays to make the Delta 20 points.
The kickoff is away and returned up the middle to the 35-yard line by Morrison.
So I'm a young banker at Comerica Bank, downtown Detroit, getting trained and learning the trade, Colin. And there was like, I don't know, there's probably 150 of us all in the same credit analyst pool. Anyway, a bunch of us, we'd always go to lunch, and down on the street there was an older lady, and she had some challenges, and she would ask everybody if they had a quarter. She'd say, "Don't you have a quarter? You got a quarter? Don't you have a quarter?" Of course, we're all dressed up in suits and, thinking we're all that in a bag of chips. So, okay. We pass by the quarter lady every day. One day, one of my buddies in the program says, "I'm going to give the quarter lady a quarter today." Okay. Sure enough, there's a quarter lady. "Don't you got a quarter?" George Bailey hands the quarter lady a quarter, and she looks at it. She looks him up and down in his banker suit and says, "Don't you got $1?"
Second and 4. Bentley on the pickup there. On first down, he picked up 6. Be the last play of the quarter. We hand out to Morrison. Morrison plowing ahead and gets a first down near the 50. It'll be the end of the fourth quarter. Put your 4s, 12s, 86 is up in chat, folks. As we get another look at that replay, Morrison following everybody, carrying 2 guys on his back for the first down.
All the rushers for Mexico City being very impressive this evening.
30-10 our score. You're watching the SFL on YouTube. Chris Curtis. Yes, sir.
The Simulation Football League is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or account of the game without the express written consent of the league office is prohibited.
Thank you, Chris. Michigan's very own Chris Curtis.
Indeed. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore the library and find the perfect tracks for your project, visit apmmusic.com. Pass intended for Buford Van Dam falls harmlessly to the turf. It'll be second and 10 to start the fourth quarter. Kyle Nordup, Rick Nordup here with ya.
Yep. Who we got running the stats tonight, Colin?
Declan O'Rourke and Dwayne Schindler.
And we have the Rick meter here with us in Mexico City. Made it through customs and so forth. Look at that run!
Bentley with a huge run down the sideline. Past the 40, past the 35.
And all those other numbers. Wow. Bentley just doing some damage. That's probably the 3rd or 4th sideline sprint he's had. And he's got surprising speed, too.
Deceptive speed, even.
Deceptive. That's a good one. So the Rick meter is here, as I was saying. And they've come out with a new reading to start the fourth quarter. And it's probable Mexico City. Probable Mexico City.
Run of 22 yards as DeVore almost grabbed that one out of the air. As that pass was way off the mark. Oh, we got a question in the chat from somebody.
Did we name her the Dollar Lady? That's hilarious. I think she was always known as the Quarter Lady. And we did more than give her a quarter and take grief from her. There was Subway sandwiches and all kinds of stuff we and others would always give her. She was kind of living on the streets back in the day. So the lawyer and banker and accountant community that you always find in these big city downtowns all kind of helped out and took care of her. But yeah.
Bentley again catches that pass and rumbles all the way inside the 5 to set up a 1st and goal.
It's just, yeah, very impressed with Bentley Ray. Or Ray Bentley. I'm confused about, I've always been confused about that. I gotta get him to change either his name or his player's name.
Larson on the toss. It'll be 2nd and goal. We're approaching 8:50 to go and counting. See Grant Hardaway and Chad of the Banana Swarm. Team's got a big game coming up against Houston. Tell you a little bit about that later on. Here's the give. Bentley stiff arm in the dive. So
a little dive for show there. Of course, he was probably losing his balance as he stiff-armed, what's his name, Turf. And yeah, very impressed with Ray Bentley.
Stiff on the poor corner up there. That was Andre Tucker before making a swan dive into the end zone. All of his work is made off with a touchdown, and it's now 36-10 pending the extra point.
37-10, Colin. That's 47 points. We're just a hair's breadth away from the over-under. For those of you amongst the wagering public.
8:33 to go, still in the fourth quarter. As promised, Monday night, Cam and Mike break down the weekend that was, and SFL this week and get you the most up-to-date playoff scenarios, followed by the 5-5 Atlanta Swarm, and down to Texas to face the 5-4 Houston Headhunters. A game full of postseason potential. See who every team plays down the stretch on our official website, Simulationfl.net.
And Mike and Cam do a really nice job on that show. Quality. It's a quality item there, Clark.
8:29 to go. Ball on the Nightwing 29-yard line following the kickoff return. Struthers dumps it off. O'Shaughnessy lost the yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. You know what that show reminds me of? It reminds me kind of this Week in Baseball with the
Right.
with the Mel Allen time.
Right, the old Mel Allen show, This Week in Baseball. Colin, that show was off the air long before you were born. You're an old soul that you know that.
Tipped in the air, incomplete. Dexter Jackson got his big paw up there to swat it away. 3rd and 11, a very familiar position for Denver this evening.
Oh,
unfortunately for them.
Yeah, it's been a tough go for Denver. Understand that a little bit since Colin, you and I have an interest in the plight of the Motor City V8s. It's not been the season you and the Brain Trust there have planned for sure.
Throw incomplete. And pass looking for Keel. Let's preview the team's upcoming schedules.
Oh, thank you, Dad. Appreciate you mentioning that. You're welcome, Colin.
As we get another punt here from the Nightwings. It's away in the air. And fielded by Morrison. Breaks the tackle. And he'll get tackled at the Aztec 37.
That's a tasty little return right there. A lot of times there's almost no return on these punts.
For the Nightwings, their upcoming schedule reads as follows. Week 13.
Is that next week? Week
Yeah.
13?
Yeah.
Up next.
Up next. They play us, the Motor City V8s, at 9:15
Oh, yeah.
p.m. Eastern Time.
There we go.
Before
Unfortunately, that'll probably be a competitive game for both teams.
before hosting the Tulsa Desperados. For the Aztecs, they have 2 road games remaining. They go up north to Texas to play the Alamo City Artillery before making a long trek from Mexico City to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada to take on the Vancouver Legion.
Oh, it's like the NAFTA game.
Oh, I see what you did there. As Bentley picks up a first down.
We got to have the NAFTA wars. Mexico City plays the Canadian team.
19 carries, 110 yards, touchdown.
That thing was primarily driven by car parts, so maybe there's some automotive theme. Both teams can have special uniforms.
Give to Morrison, first down and more. And Morrison, he's been productive when he touches the football today. That's now 9 carries for 52 yards. As he just ran through a big hole.
Yeah, the big uglies push people out of the way and sustain their blocks, Colin, and that's what happens if you can pull that off as an offensive line unit. Gaping holes.
Over yonder. How would you like that to be your name?
Here they go again. A little better defense there by the Nightwings as they shed their blocks, as they say.
Pick up a 3 yards there. Thank you to those of you who've been with us in chat. The Grant Hardaway, Dan Tritz, Mike Daggs. Seen lots of Bailey O'Shaughnessy in the chat.
Sipe. Dags, a lot of Dags in there. Dags might be dominating. Of course, he paid for the extra blue moniker or something there. I don't know why that happens.
And again,
What makes him so special? Isn't that special?
He's a responsible adult. Just like you. As the pass is incomplete, intended for Bill Henry. Stops the clock for 6:03. It's 4th and 3. And for the first time all evening,
Yes.
we'll see the punter for Mexico City, Cale Barrett Jr.
Gotta wake him up off the bench, the second row of benches over by the Gatorade. Execute a punt with his cold leg. Puts it right in the corner. Nicely done, Colin.
And with 5:56 to go, Denver will take over in their own territory. And what a second time today. Let's check in Cameron Irvine for a game break.
Thank you, Colin. It was all Minnesota today. Ashley Jackson throws this interception to Adrian Blaine for a pick 6. But Ashley Jackson did become the 4th quarterback in SFL history to 40,000 career yards and the first female to do it as well. But Arizona falls today 35-6. Minnesota wins the Central for the 4th straight season. Back to you.
Wow, Minnesota. They won the Central with a losing record a year ago. This time they lead no doubt as they'll finish well above 500.
Yeah.
And Miss Jackson gets up to 40,000. Kudos to her.
Yeah, terrific job.
Give to Ketchum, and Ketchum will make it a 3rd and 3.
So sad state of affairs right now for Denver. Unfortunately, as they're down 27, 5 minutes to go here in the game, Colin. They've had some good stops inside the red zone to hold the Aztecs to field goals, but just not enough scoring.
O'Shaughnessy got the first down. They'll say they've gained 78 yards so far this half, and Struthers is up over 100. He's at 104, 13-22 pass. Oh, he fumbled it. The lineman picked it up, but it'll be tackled all the way back there inside the 5. It'll be 2nd and forever.
Fortunate to not give that over to the Aztecs.
Struthers dumps it off to O'Shaughnessy. Gets 2, and
You know, the Nightwings kind of had success, kind of the medium routes over the middle, but we just haven't seen a lot of that. They keep
Now they
these
got
little swing passes.
there must be nothing open down the field, and Dexter Jackson closes up the hole. It's 4th and 21. Clock under 4, and they're going to go for it.
Catch him by surprise with that block.
But it won't get very far, and just like that, Aztecs will have a 1st and goal. Turn the ball over on that.
Let's see if the Aztecs run plays or if they start kneeling it out to chew clock and then kick a field goal. We'll see.
Ball's on the 10.
It's always a risk, in my opinion, take your foot off the gas and do something you're not used to. So if it were me, I'd still be running plays. They'd be running plays.
Here's a handoff. Bentley runs
Oh my
over one
goodness.
defender. Almost to a second one, and he's tackled at about the 1. Oh my goodness. He took Andre Tucker again and laid him flat on his back.
We'll get another look at it here.
Now they're going to focus on the big tackle.
Look at that.
Supremo.
Yeah. The Primo blocking 2 guys. It's a twofer. It's a twofer. 2 for Tuesday. Taco Tuesday.
3:36 and counting to go in the football game.
Oh, yeah, by the way, yeah, Rick Meter, lazy Rick Meter. It is book it for Mexico City. They actually had that reading a little earlier in the 4th quarter. Just getting getting to that right now. I don't think that's any surprise.
He's
Rick
been
Meter.
touched the ball over 20 times since Bentley, and it's 2nd and goal. Morrison
Oh,
tackled
nice.
from behind by Gotts, his 6th tackle. Quintana has 7.
Yeah, excellent individual play there by Gotts. Say, not on this play. Nothing's happening.
We have a 3rd and goal. Sipe walks up under the center. Play clock now under 10.
Should probably snap it under 5.
Nap it at 2 perfectly, and Bentley's in the end zone for the 2nd time today. As it's now 43-10.
That's only his 2nd touchdown, you say? Wow. It's, of course, I'm chilling for Bentley, Ray Bentley, to maybe player of the game status.
Nice hurdle there.
Mexico City's run the crap out of that, the snot out of that play. Sorry. To great success this evening. They found a few things that work, and they've been grinding on Denver with those tonight.
Nightwings at 157 total yards, but Aztecs at 371, and that pretty much tells the story right there.
Hey, welcome Justin Reside in the chat. Yeah, everybody knew it was Rick Meter was going Mexico City.
Oh,
wow. Oh, what?
Oh, look, it's Bentley Ray in the chat.
No.
Monfrere himself.
Monfrere. All right. Père Noel.
Barker on the return. Finds a good seam. Hits it up to the 29. Well, the Nightwings, they put points on the board this week. Sure, they could be interesting at times, Rick, but ultimately.
Yeah, Mexico City just too much for them.
Yes.
And inconsistent on both sides of the ball for Denver, and that's going to get you. That might be semi the story of the season for Denver and some other teams. Motor City, same thing. Familiar with that? Ray, I don't know. Other people probably know, but I don't get on social media that much. But seems to me I saw Bentley Ray with some small children recently that belong to him.
and his wife, Janet.
Yes. Congratulations. Late.
Dorian. One of them is this throw is incomplete from Struthers. Mosley has been a bright spark today. The Nightwings, you've had a lot of close losses.
Yeah, tell me more about that.
1 point loss here. 3 point loss to Indianapolis in week 7. 7 point loss to Portland at home in week 8. They lost to Minnesota by 6, 23-17. And they held only 19 points as Merrick grabs that pass in the air and is running back the other way. Tackled at the Denver 27, 2:01 to go. So a lot of close losses have been the difference.
I see.
Very few double-digit losses.
I see, and that just kind of adds insult to injury, if you will, to have so many games that were within reach and come out on the wrong side of them. We've all been there at one point, either with our teams or with our rooting interests.
It's the 5th hardest strength of schedule, with the combined record of their opponents being 44-40.
Oh my gosh, yeah, 5th hardest. That's got something to do with it as well.
Strength to defeat is 13th, at just over 59%. Where the winning percentage goes. We've reached the 2-minute warning. The defense played well. They forced a turnover. Gene Struthers. We reached 2-minute warning, you're watching the SFL presented by AP Music. You're on YouTube. Good to have you back in the booth. Rick, after a week off.
Thank you very much.
I want Justin Rosette to know there's been lots of breaking of the plane. We haven't said it until just that moment.
Yes. The plane.
Pickup of 1, and now the timeout's starting to be burned by the Nightwings.
Let's do a little bit of recap here while we can, as you know. I was trying to be educational with Colin and Rick calling the game. We look at vocabulary words. There's maybe some history we want to talk about and some cultural references. We'll get to those here in a minute. Here's some team stats. Look at that. 375 yards, 235 passing for Mexico City.
163 for Denver. They still gained 10 first downs. Pretty impressive. But the yards per play been a really big
big plays. They've had the ball a lot. But I think we only had one vocabulary word, and that was impresario. I'm not sure, we're losing our chops a little bit there. As everybody knows, the key to the using the coin of the realm, the language. And here's a field goal attempt. It's another towards the right post.
And Blackwater is 4 for 4.
Blackwater, keep on rolling.
As he makes it 47-10, and with that, I think we've officially hit the
there we
over.
go. I had called it in the first quarter. I said at the rate this is going, Mexico City might on their own hit the over. They're not there yet, but the game has officially hit the over. So impresario is one key to scoring well on your standardized tests and in life is have a good vocabulary. History, I think we only got to one thing, and that was Big John Henry, who was a steel driving man, faced the steam jackhammer in placing charges to help clear the rock and the tunnels to build the railroad. John Henry, of course, a freedman, working for the C&O Railroad, I believe, Chesapeake and Ohio Railroad back in the day. And we had a lot of small cultural references. We talked about A Few Good Men, You Can't Handle the Truth, Flava Flav, and his clock was supposed to be here, referenced Steve Miller Band, one of Steve Miller Band's hits. It was a good quality item reference. That's Christmas Vacation. And isn't that special, the church lady from Saturday Night Live?
Logan Keel hauls it in, pass over the middle, and the Nightwings will burn their final timeout. Larry Love took the last several snaps for the Aztecs.
Thank you very much for that. Yes, we do have a game we're supposed to call. That'd be informative.
But I appreciate your recap, because it's the Colin and Rick Show.
Well, Colin and Rick calling the SFL show. How about that? Yeah. I was trying to inform and entertain with football and other tomfoolery. Whatnot, I believe. That's the official word.
So Mexico City history, scoring 47 plus points. 18th time in franchise history they've done it first
But the first
in a couple
time,
of years.
Yeah, since season 19. We're in season 22, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they went 2 seasons without scoring 47, and they're back at it in season 22.
We finished 3-9 a year ago. Rough transition for this organization in the new era of things. And seems things have stabilized quite a bit. They will move to 5-5.
Yeah, puts them at 500, and I don't have an analysis of the playoff picture for Mexico City. Denver's playoff chances, light will go out at the end of this game, barring some sort of 37-point miracle comeback.
Last time they scored 48 points was ironically against Denver.
No way.
126, 3rd and 10, Gene Struthers. Ooh, continuing to sling the rock, but he almost threw an interception to Merrick Itera.
Yep, just trying to make anything happen here. I totally get that, Colin. And you still have a few more games to play, right, if you're Denver. So you don't want to lose your mojo. You don't want to conjure up some bad juju.
4th and 10, empty backfield. Logan Keel, the man in motion. Ball on the Nightwing 45-yard line. Back to throw. Struthers has a clean pocket, fires, tipped in the air. Liam Ryan knocked it away from Jeremy Mosley, and the Aztecs will take over.
Well, they got those short square outs. They've been throwing all night, Colin. Remember, they were trying to pick up first downs and other things with that same play, and just they were never open. And it's such a difficult throw to make if you're the quarterback, or who's the only person making the throw. Duh. But maybe some playbook reconstruction here, Colin, and for Denver, and that may help them a little bit, as they seem to have maybe a limited, some limited optionality.
Larry Love kneels the ball. It'll be 2nd and 11. Nightwings dropped to 2-8. They've lost their last 7 games in a row. They started the season 2-1.
Larry Love, wasn't that your fake name when you were a film star? What? Why are you shaking your fist at me?
Under 50 seconds to go. Reserve players now in for the Aztecs. Jordan Sipe, he had a pretty good game. Apart from the 1 interception he threw 2 touchdowns on 19 of 29, passing for 235 yards. QBR of 99.1. Gene Struthers, a little bit better. Had a touchdown pass, 128 yards. Only 18 of 33 though. 1 interception, quarterback rating of 61.2. And took a 3 total sacks.
You're a fan of Big Voices Darlene Love. So great. Check her out on iTunes or Spotify, whatever your pleasure is. There's another cultural reference.
And that's the gun. Aztecs win the season 22 home finale 47-10. Rick,
Yes.
I know who your player of the game is, but let's tell it for the folks at home.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Bentley Ray, or Ray Bentley, sorry. Very impressed. He had a lot of big plays at big times in the game, and he was just a force. And you can read me his total stat sheet if you have a second, but here's the comparison.
First downs. So anything close. Look at the carries. 134 yards.
Yeah,
So
tell me Ray Bentley at 5.4 yards, 25 carries, 134 yards.
And the
Look
time
at
of
the TLP. TLP's more even than I thought it was going to be, Colin.
But average starting field position, you see Denver started from their own 28. Mexico City, their own 47.
Yep.
Struthers, they're able to keep it clean, but Bill Henry, the leading receiver, ultimately over 100 yards. Maurice Lloyd, 1.5 sacks. Couple interceptions. Brandon Poff, the surprise.
Yeah, play of the game, maybe
Interceptor
play of the
of the
weekend. Yeah,
Their first career pick. Something certainly memorable.
that was sweet.
For
Who's your play of the game?
for me, it's
Yeah.
got to be Jordan Sipe. He kept things clean. Yes, he did throw the 1 interception, but he threw 2 touchdowns. Jason Bartley, who had 2 grabs for those 2 touchdowns. Colin Northrup, Rick Northrup.
Yo.
Thanks to our statisticians, Declan O'Rourke, and Dwayne Schindler, Cameron Irvine, executive producer extraordinaire. Thank you all, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Good night.